Hello and welcome. Right then, we're going to get stuck in straight away. Let's get cracking. No, you're not imagining it. This is back on Maypole Farm. It is. Yeah, and before we get cracking, because I am back, I am really. Yeah, now, I've looked back in editing at what I said, and I didn't really, I've got to be honest, I've got an awful lot of respect for Cavalier Roy. Truly have. I really, he is my type of map maker in so much as he thinks about you and the fact that you can sort the farm out as you like. Everything can be sold pretty much. I'm not sure if there's anything that's not, but there's nothing that is left, whether it's fences or a lack of these. I'm not sure if you can, and I wouldn't be surprised if you can't, and I don't think anyone would expect that. So as far as I'm concerned, if I can move things like hedges, which we have done, that's my type of map maker, truly. I hate it when I can't sell things. Especially things that you should, like a tree. I can't chop a tree down. Never had that problem here on Maypole at all. So, as I say, Cavalier Roy is my type of thing. But I did sort of say, and I was right in a way, I think, in so much as Cavalier Roy has tweaked the settings on this. Now, it's not his fault that what happened, in so much as it was indeed the enhanced animal system that was at fault. It homes in on those things that it's trying to all well, it's not supposed to augment them. I mean, I've checked the reading on it, and it never used to do this, but it did in the end, as I proved on my YouTube testing the other day. It really did sort of make it boosted how much milk you'd got by a massive amount, and it also did the same for slurry and manure. So yes, it was. I did have another mod. Well, I have still got another mod on, and that doesn't do that. It only does what it's supposed to do and nothing else. Now, in past Let's Plays, Riverside, it didn't do this, but I just thought I needed to give a bit of clarity, and really a massive shout out to Cavalier Roy. I really wasn't being horrible. I could not keep up with how much milk was coming on. Not only that, it is true, it was unfair. And obviously then when I went from here to Court Farm, the same was happening there, and I was like, well, it was not Maypole then, was it? I have got to say, it was enhanced on Maypole. I didn't get the same amount. I got a lot of milk and slurry and manure, but got more here. So obviously, and again, it's not Cavalier Roy's fault. The fact that he'd enhanced the storage in that, it did seem to augment how bad that was. So I was getting 200 tons of milk from 100 cows, really, per day. And that's just, don't get me wrong, the streets are paved with gold, but it's an unfair advantage, and that was the only reason I didn't want to continue on Maypole. But now it's been removed and fixed, and it's no longer on the game. I will be putting it back if it ever gets fixed, and I will try that again in really the no man's land scenario. I'll just literally rerun that, and if that's been fixed and patched, I did leave for once. I've done it properly. I literally went to the Giants forums and I told them what was happening and said the proofs in the video, and sent them a link to my YouTube video. So I've done all that I can to actually, I think Giants like it in another way, but I can't be doing me jumping through things. I've given the evidence, and that's all that matters to me. So yeah, what they do with it now, whether if they contact the modder, then hopefully they do and something gets sorted. But yeah, I've done all I can. I've tried to be fair, and I'm back because it is fair again. So let's get stuck in. The one thing I'm going to say though now is the only reason I didn't buy any more than 100 cows was the fact that I couldn't keep up with the 100 cows. So now then, I believe we are not here anymore, are we? We've shifted. I think we're over here, aren't we? Please tell me I saved the game at that point. Please. Did I? Oh, I bet you any money I've... Oh, has it done something weird to it? We not got... Yeah, we have. I couldn't see any cows in that pasture at all. I do still think, I've got to be honest, is there a need for that now? I don't think there is. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Cavalier Roy's thing. I always was looking forward to the fact of having more animals, not less. So they should be in here. They are. I couldn't see any at all. My bad. Typical me. It's around here somewhere. I just saw a flash of yellow. There it is. Right. So then now, with no further ado, we are indeed going to actually increase the amount of the herd that we've got. And we're going to go 50-50. Yeah, I'm going to go like, oh, you have to go down from 50. That's right. And by, yes. Same again. Select and by, yes. That's 200 grand down the but that's what we want. Yeah, so food, 493,000. Milk, oh yeah. Now this is the one thing I did say. Straw, I think we need to do another run. A silage, straw, mineral feed. Right, yeah, we've got a little bit in of each of them. So for now we can cruise. It is July, so remind me, surely isn't that coming up to the time of our harvests? Surely. Oh, of course. No, yeah, this was because. Oh no, it wasn't. No, we did still have a couple to harvest still. That is right. Yeah, so we are at the back end, as we ever should have been, almost at the turn of those. So what was in the sales? Now we are continuing. We may as well have a look. Oh, no. Oh, it's the multifruit as well. We could afford it. Have we got? I don't think we have. I don't think we ever did a sugar beet, really. We are doing sugar. So to me, no, it's definitely not there. There's no sugar beet harvest there. So do you know something? We are going to buy that. And we are on euros, Mr. Smith. I think we ought to do something about that. That's pretty much half price. I know it's 44% off, so it's not exactly. So that's one way to spend quite a lot of money. Right, okay then. So we need to, no, we don't need to do anything. We do need to, let's grab a tractor. Let's grab a tractor. Yeah, and I do like where we are. The equipment we've got on this really is fantastic. It truthfully is. Right, so then let's get some, I think straw we're a little bit short on. Yeah, we will in the, yeah, I think we can get through tonight. Although obviously it is going to impact us. So really, I think we ought to get ready on the food a little bit. Yeah, I would like to stay another year at the very least. I mean, I was starting to make the noises about obviously leaving, but we've not been here long enough, and I would like to, because I do really, honestly think this map is ace. I do. It's after going on Oxygen David's, and there is no denying the fact that he is a master, very much like what's the other maker? GB Modding. Yeah. Both fantastic map makers, truthfully, but they have their own idea of what, and that I admire that. But after sort of seeing that even masters can get things wrong, like on Court Farms, the sheep enclosure, I did say I thought that when it was filled it wouldn't work, and on Court Farms recently the sheep were full, and indeed they did. I lost productivity, and I had watered them quite late on. Now I don't think that I should have to go through the day. If I was just in winter and I was going through, I don't think I should have to literally speed time. I used to have to go to Rory Christie, my cow farm pasture, when it was nearly full, and I thought, and don't get me wrong, I love that. It's my second favourite cow enclosure. I did sort of think, well, it's not quite right, is it? Not when you're getting full. And that obviously is part of it too. I mean, when you're in the early days and you've got 100 cows or 200 cows and 500 cow enclosure, that's going to be the norm. That is going to be what's the most. Let's just have a look while we're waffling, because Cavalier Roy's enclosures are big, like the ones, my favourite ones, to be honest. So, we straw 181. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we could, I think, another one. And again, I don't think Cavalier Roy's affect things when they're in the red, because normally that affects productivity. Now, I don't think it does. I think they've been tweaked, but not to the point. Yeah, do you know, seriously, will you, I suppose, yeah, in my defence, for once, it was my last session, I really wasn't worried about going back, but I am now. So yeah, we're going to have to sort this out. Just got everything kicking around. We have, to be honest, we have got so much now, like especially tankers. Yeah, I mean, it was we did really start to, well, it was actually to combat the fact it was difficult to keep up with the milk and the slurry and the manure. Now, the manure was doing a weird thing, if I remember right, and it probably still is. Yeah, it is. It's still going down, and it will do because it is. This is switched on. That's sucking from it. So it's not really. It's only the production shed being a production shed. Really, it isn't a fault. Thinking about it, but I was with all that was going on. I think I was a bit like, oh my life, another problem. But it's again, none of it to do with Cavalier Roy. Also, what to do with how the game works, and also you can use that to your advantage. Although you can also cheat, as I know, which I don't try to do that anymore. Where, yeah, you can have straw stuck in something, you can tell it to convert it to manure and it will gladly do so, but it won't take it down from the other thing, or it didn't used to. Again, giants can change things, so it may work properly now, but it used to be on the Pioneers map was the very first time I'd seen this happen, and I didn't put two and two together until a few Let's Plays on, and I thought, hang on a minute, that's what was happening on the Pioneers map. And then I cottoned on, I thought, right, okay, I do get it now. So it was a form of cheating, but only if you actually realise that you're cheating and that's how it works. Yeah, then I think it was Horbella on the third go back when I was doing a few episodes on that I realised, yes, it really is. It is cheating, really. But I mean, it wasn't cheating before that because I hadn't really cottoned on truthfully. Whereas now I had. Oh, I didn't quite grab it. I always do that a little bit too quick. So then let's move this out of the way. Where do we stick this safely? Because we have got way too many. I mean, we have got prop sheds, but I'm just talking about for now. Just a little bit out of the way. Right, I think that is about... Yeah, we've made some room now. Also, let's start everyone's engines. I usually do this off camera. Before I start, I'll go around with tractors and trucks I'm using the most on a session. Right, this also could really do with... Oh, it's not bad, actually. No, it's... We could stick that, actually. Ooh, he says as he attacks the Voltra. Yeah, it could go in there, because we're not using it, and we're not going to either. No, I was at one time, but my recent scare with animals, I'm playing it safe. I'm not. Yeah, I'm leaving it be. Right, smash it. Okay then, so yeah, all we've got to do is really go through time a little bit, and this time I'm not totally worried. Wrong one. I'm not totally worried about yeah, the animals, because this truly is the true test now. So we've got 183 tons of milk. Or aren't we? Do we not need still to actually use this? Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to mention. Now, yeah, that's the silage one. So let's switch those off for a little while. With slurry, we may, yeah, we're going to try to get rid of the off. I could put it down the government drain, but as I said on Court Farms yesterday, although I could do that, I've got to be honest. None of it was ever cheaty. It is now going to dwindle as I'm going to show you, like literally in the that will gradually dwindle down as well. Now we've put plenty of straw in, so we're not going to lose that. But we don't need to worry, actually. Yeah, we've got left so much in, and it is a level 10, so we really don't need to worry about it. And also, did we stick some in that? In the Lords? No, we didn't. That's not the Lords at all. That is... Aha. In that case, the 6, the all-in-one production, we could stick this on there. Because it isn't bad now. And chocolate. Now then, we also need to buy some sugar. I believe. I don't think we're going to have any sugar. Here, no, we can buy sugar beet sugar and sugar beet cut sugar. And that's what we're going to buy. Now, you can go to the shop and buy it with a Lords thing, but we can buy it direct. So I just think it's just silly not to make it easier on yourself in that way. So we are going to allow that. And I probably am going to allow that one thing. Because businesses do buy things in, and obviously we have the ability in our dairy to make proper sugar from sugarcane and from sugar beets and sugarcane if we were in America or Europe, but not on a British map. But yeah, I'm only going to allow this for the fact that it is realistic, and businesses do buy things in, but it still goes a little bit against the grain because I really do like to only do every single time. I only like to do what we can do from our own things, and we will do sugar, but you can't always do it. So sugar beet cuts, we'll do one of those. That's the point. Have we switched that on? We have indeed, but have we switched that on to distributing is what I want to know. Sugar, we have indeed. We have thought of this. Okay then. Yeah, it's not cheap either. I mean, it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not expensive. And what I'm saying is if I went to the pallets, it would be cheaper still. Very, very reasonable. Yeah, a little bit cheekily so I'm liking to pay this reasonable but proper price for sugar beets cuts and also for sugar beets. That way I'm doubling the output. That's the only reason I'm trying to do like 70 tons and 70 tons, because I'm not sure how much it's going to get through in the lots that we've not long placed, really. Yeah, this was one of the last productions we placed. And I'm beginning to, I feel that I'm getting used to the productions on FS22. I feel a bit more like a FS22 business person, should we say, because it's not just a farmer anymore, is it really? Now we ought to pull that back a bit. It's a little bit in the way. Yeah, I've not really thought about placement to that very well. Yeah, my forks are... Yeah, the other thing is, most of these little masses you can stick on the front. No, this one you can. No, they don't. The masses have updated their 3-point hitch. They used to have that where you've got the pin hitch and you can stick the telehandler weights on, which is right useful. Right, I think we need to pull in a little bit more. Pull out and no, in. It is in. Yes, we'll get some normal sugar beet and we'll do that as well. And we will grab some milk and stick it in this one, which hasn't got any milk in. What we could do is say going forwards is stick the milk in the all-in-one production, because we have got that. I believe, I'm sure I saw that. Hang on, am I in the... I am in the all-in-one, yeah. I was thinking of this one. Needs to be on milk, and it also needs to be on distributing. Oh, there's 189 tons in there. Now, that's the thing I found on other Let's Plays. It's not working in so much as it's only doing, I think this is a level 3. So that's doing 79 tons a day. And at the minute, it's got double that. So we won't be doing that at the minute because it's got in too much in already. But yeah, going forwards, when we've got rid of this, apologies for that. Yeah, when we've got rid of the glut, then we will start to stick it in there and rely on the fact that it's going to distribute to wherever it needs to go. It's only doing like 80 odd tons. And I say only loosely, but what I mean is, yeah, if we're... I suppose now that is a lot, really. So we could actually stick that in there, but not at the minute, because it's got twice as much in as it should have, really, for it to actually distribute. So no more, because it's just, yeah, it can't cope at the minute. So we've got normal sugar beets. So this is believable, and yeah, we will now that we have a harvester, it is another thing that we are going to plant. Have we got a planter? That is the one thing I am going to say. That's the wrong button. Have we got a planter in our arsenal? Planters. We've got 2, I believe, Mr. Smith. You should know this. I should really. I know that you always go a little bit rusty, and the one thing I never tried actively to think of, because it usually comes in quite nice, is I don't actually... Well, it still is a bit... Yeah, we need to turn around. This is a long thing for this. Although Cavalier Roy has thought about that. Yeah, his yard, apart from the zigzaggy bit at the end, which I always found a little bit, yeah, with the equipment, I was like having to like go left quickly, go right quickly. Yeah, but apart from that, the yard is absolutely fantastic. Whereas, by comparison, as much as it's beautiful, Oxygen David's is too tight. So there's a lot of equipment. It's obviously made, when I say that, what I'm saying is that it is for medium equipment and large, it's a nightmare. It is. And again, that may well be what Oxygen David has tried to do. But I even found getting the harvester out, the one that he put the shed in, even that was difficult. And I thought, nah, this is, you know, there are English farms and they're not all like this. And it's a big, again, another no to me. Whereas Cavalier Roy's map, even if a map maker does by your, because a map maker, they've got to stay true to their vision. I'm not trying to have a go at Oxygen David either, because it is his vision, the same as it's GB modding. We have an option to go on their map or not. Now it's Oxygen David, of course I'm going to go on this map, and GB modding likewise, because they are very good map makers. But that doesn't mean to say you have to like think that they're right with everything they do. And the tree thing is the biggest thing for me. I'm like, you can cut a tree down in real life, so for heaven's sake, why can I not cut a tree down on your maps? GB modding, it is a nightmare. And a lot of other map makers go the same way, but then a lot of map makers do what Cavalier Roy does, where they've been players or are players too, and they don't like that, so they literally do it the way that they would like it, which is that they allow you to cut hedges down or remove fences or sell enclosures. I can't even sell a fence on Court Farm. I can't cut a tree down on Court Farm anywhere. I have tried, even in the background, and that to me that's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm still going to go on your maps, but do I put you up there with someone like Cavalier Roy? No, I don't, because that's my criteria of like literally what a map means to me as a player, whether it's a content creator or just a standard player. To me, I like the fact that we can cut trees down. You should be able to. It's a tree, supposedly. Same as a fence. Surely I should be able to sell a fence or knock it down or whatever. To me, it's just like red road to a bull, and it's in my way of marking things down. Your map, even if you're Oxygen David, is going to get marked down in my head of like a map that I probably don't want to go to again. Whereas Calmsden, yeah, it may have been the same, but there was something special about Calmsden. It is beautiful. Not that Court Farm isn't, but yeah, there's way too many minuses in my head for how I'm looking at the farmyards. We bought the second farmyard. Now I like that. I do like the original one better. I think it's real got character. The Stonebridge one that we're at now, it is good, but like the first one, there's a lot of sheds I can't use. They torture us to get in and out of, and I'm thinking, I am not even going to contemplate doing that. Now, Daggerwin does. Hat off to him, truthfully. Now, I'm a massive supporter. It might sound like I'm being negative. I'm actually just being truthful to the way that I think of things. But anyway, you're wasting time on this. Yeah, this is true, actually. Let's sleep through till the morning. Yeah, I think I made my point. Yeah, I'm not going to go, because I have, as I said, I can vote with my feet. I don't have to go on the map. Yeah, and we ought to sometime with set up this year. And I know the eggs will be bad in real life. I talk about realism. That's the one element of realism that you really can't. Yeah, no, it's still 8. It's the one element of realism you can't really do in this when you're waiting for a specific month in the year to sell your produce. So yeah, I draw the line at that one element of realism. I mean, I'm even trying not to sold animals. Sold animals. That'd be sheep. It will be sheep or cat. Oh, it might well be. Mind you, that was a lot, so I can't see that being. Oh, do you know, I've done quite a few sessions without doing that, and then I go and hit it again. Right, it's a Mac. No, we're all right for trucks. I think we're fine at that. But we're still earning well, and that is good. We're not going through the roof. Our milk should be coming down. We will have a quick look before we crack on. Oh, I did mean to put some milk in the Lords, you Wally. Well, you should have gone to it, really. Actually, with this, the production that's throwing milk around. So we should, if that was working, should now have some in the Lords, which is... Now the milk's saying... Oh, it shifted it. It shifted it all. I can never understand how this works. Yeah, now it's doing it. Fantastic. Yeah. Wow, it's not doing it, it's done it. Right, so we need to be changing this to selling, and this to selling, and this to selling. So brilliant, that actually did take all of it. Now then, in that case, that's probably got quite a lot of milk in it. Has it split it? No, it stuck it all to here. Right, and that's because the other one would have been full at the second that it did it if it wasn't. So that's nice to know. Actually, then we can stick all of our milk in there. Now, you will note that on our... Yeah, there's 33 tons left on that. Now, this should be now down to a reasonable amount. No, it was 200 and something tons, so that's still 200 tons. Ooh. Slurry 237. No, I didn't take any notes of the slurry, so I can't really say on what that is. Now the food is still up. That's gone down 75 tons, but then again it would have gone up as well, so we can't really tell. One thing I will say is that we do need to get this up, because I know when it does that, that really means it's quite low. What's the manure up to? Now 61 tons. Now bearing in mind that obviously it is a little bit higher than I thought. No, I don't think so. 20-30 tons. We've got the mod that actually gives it accurate, not based upon the straw, but based on the animals. I don't think that's far off. Yeah, it's not like 150 tons or anything silly like that. We have now got 200 animals, so that's going to have an impact. So to me, yeah, that is not bad. Right, anyway, this is the good one. This is like clean, not a dirty back. So that we need to be shooting some slurry with the other back, and it's a little bit dingy for saying, yeah, it's August. But then again, you do get horrible days in August too, so yeah, can we sneak through the middle? Are we bendy enough to actually make that happen? Have a go. I don't think so, really. I really don't, but we can have a go. Let's just try and go wide. Otherwise you are definitely not going to do it. Oh, hate that when it suddenly lurches. It is all my fault. I'm not trying to blame anything else. You know, a bad workman always blames his tools, as the old saying goes, and I do concur with that. Most definitely. I think we should, if this is going to work, we should be able to do it about, if we don't slam into the post. Yes, fantastic. Right, now that did work. I do like it on a plank from scale. And if we go straight out to that space where the Lorts and the production shed is, farm production, farm supply production, Mr. Smith, let's not get it wrong. It's over here. Spin around. Please tell me am I at the wrong end? The swarm, this was the end of the milk. Hang on, wait, is this, oh it is. I was unsure because this is the one bad thing about going from Let's Play to Let's Play. Now this is also based upon, there's another one, and it doesn't have opening portholes that is exactly the same styling. So yes, I was forgetting this is the one from, it's not the Lord at all, it is from Mantrid. It is, and it is by design supposed to pick up or make pallets or something, which is why it causes mayhem to pallets. It drags them around. But it isn't supposed to do it when they're shut. Now we found that it does, so yes, we shall shut those portholes. But if it drags anything around, that I've actually, after this Let's Play, I'm unfortunately going to take these out again, because I can't have that when a mod's not working as it should do, even as good as Mantrid is, and he really is. I really have got an awful lot of respect for him, but it's dragging stuff around. And if you're aiming for realism and it's dragging things around as it is when it's closed, if it was my fault and I'd left it open, that's my fault. But if it's doing it when it's shut, which we have seen it do, can we just show this? Or will it do it? It didn't always do it. That's the one thing I am going to say. So but we'll try. Just for emphasis, just to see if it has been naughty today. Yes, it is. You see, it's literally wafting that around, and it's not supposed to do that when it's closed. So, well, not from the reading that I did on Mantrid on this, which is a shame, because actually I've got to be honest, for an English map, I think the size of this is about right. Yeah, the big 72 tonner, 67 tonner by H2 Studios is a little bit large, really. It is for an English map. Perfect on an American, perfect on an open. Oh, that's a bit close to the tractor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All trailers on this, like this, are a little bit. Let's open up again. No, don't refuel. Oh, that is a point. Did we see how much there was in this? I've got to be careful with this because if you catch your mouse wheel, it does something. I'll show you. Oh no, it's not at the minute. Yeah, if you've got it selected, which you can do by mistake, you can actually start to alter things. Right, all my life, yeah. But I think we'll just do another one. I think what we'll do is 100 tons because it's going to come down, or if it doesn't, then I really was right all along. And obviously, because that mod, the enhanced animal production, isn't active. Or have I made a mistake? No, or did I leave it back in? That is true, did I? Because on the testing, did I remember to take it back out afterwards? Because it still seemed rather a lot. Which, yeah, and I don't want to be blaming Cavalier Roy when actually I've still left from the testing. I've left it back in the mods folder, so I really need to check because it still did seem a tad high to me. One other thing is that I should be looking at is, aren't my fields ready for? Yeah, I'm literally. I really wanted to just come and say hello. They're not. No, 64 and 66 are still not ready. So, aren't they? What is in them? Canola? No. Yeah. Yeah, both canola. I thought canola was ready. I think you'll find it's ready for 2 months, and if we planted it late, harvest for canola is now, but it's obviously not ready. So it's going to be September next month. Right, smash it. So we're absolutely fine to actually just crack on as we're doing now. So where is the slurry black? Actually, have we been using the wrong? This is silver on most things. That usually means this is the clean. So yeah, I will let myself off for once. But yeah, I think what we ought to do is actually make this green like I normally do, which usually tells me this is the slurry back. I'd forgotten on this one we've got a white one. Yeah, this clearly says milk. No, we're not actually in the right place. Oh, that it may have. No, I don't think it's filled. I think we're just not quite in the right place. Now that to me looks about right. Now isn't this tank the one where it is at the back, or is this the one where it's at the side? No, I think this is a standard at the backer, like the H2 Studios. So for some reason, no, yeah, let's not make it my fault this time. Although as we've seen, it still does drag things around anyway. Chickens. I think we stuck loads in already. Let's grab some milk. Oh, I'm still dragging that around. I've just seen it out the corner of my eye. Dragging that egg pallet around. Right, so then let's do 50 tons. Is that enough? Are we going to do like 2 sets of 50 tons? Or no, but remember this is a long vehicle. Yeah, just check that, because I'm sure we just checked that dairy and it wasn't full, but did I check it? Proper dairy? I thought we did. It's got 33 tons in, but so it's definitely got more room. This will actually be about right. Fantastic. So we need to be grabbing some more. Yeah, I think we'll top up a little bit, because obviously I needed to, but I reckon I might have still got that in. The enhanced animal production might still be in from the testing, so I need to check this. So we're not going to go through to September. I'm going to literally do just a short session, really as a hello, we're back. Yeah, we'll be doing like Court Farm and this. Oh, no, not this time. We will be doing that going forwards, but at the minute we need to stick this in. And of course, the one thing I'm going to say is, in time, this level 10 dairy, yeah, this level 10 dairy eventually is going to be too much for us, because we're not going to have the flow of milk that we've got now. It doesn't matter about the portholes for like emptying either. That's the one thing I'm going to say. Oh, no, we're going to hit the chickens. I picked a little bit too close for once. I'm usually far out, but this time I'm a little bit Ah, we've never had problems with that before, not. And it is this end, I am right. Yeah, I can't recall we've ever had problems with the milk. Okay. Interesting. Let's try and come at a different angle. Ah, oh wow, is that his setback? Definitely not what you think it will be. Wow. Or is it that it is a middle unload? It is. Look underneath. Yeah, that's where it is. Right, fantastic. That'll do nicely. We're gonna do the if we're gonna do it this morning, let's grab some stuff in and stick that straight in. Yeah, because we're dairy farmers more than anything. So no, that is slurry. Yeah, we do. We need the production shed, don't we? I think we need to keep that up, topped up with slurry, and doing manure itself. You can see it going down. Digestate's full, slurry isn't. So let's grab the. Is this the white? No, this is the silverback. So we really, yeah. Let's just go and rectify that now. Let's have this sprayed green, so that we don't get this happen again. Yeah, because it is true. Because you sort of go from farm to farm, I'm trying to sort of get a set of things that we do everywhere, and that's one of them. Where my dirty backs, I'm trying again to be good and have different backs on almost all Let's Plays, because there's there really depends on what you're using, but there's some very reasonable ones. The Rawley Christie ones. It seems a bit dingy to me. Now then, what is the best way to... Actually, we could just reverse straight around in a parabola. It's a big word this morning, but yes, it is true. We could in a circular way. And I should say that should be about right. That way, when I come on, I will think, that is my slurry bag. Not that I don't make mistakes, because what did I do? Yeah, the other day, and I did literally, I was good. Main colour. We want to go, let's do this that it costs us. Let's go for the, that's about right. Yeah, when someone's provided colours like that, then let's use them. Right, so then now, let's grab that. Let's grab some slurry and stick that into the... now that is down this end. That is a nice green. Mr. Sealy P would be very pleased to see a green like that. It's almost his shade of colour. Now then, we need to be opening these up. Yes, it is a shame about that, but the fact that it does drag things around. But if you're aiming for realism, I'm trying to put grates in the ground, and I know that's not quite right. But yeah, even to that extent, I'm trying to where you're actually under the nozzle if possible. I did that on an episode on this very farm with the Omatana. I was aiming for, you can't always get it spot on, but yeah, I'm aiming for realism and immersion, as Mr. Simpy would say. It is true. So I'm trying not to do theatrics with dancing tractors and things like that. Although sometimes you've got to sort of sometimes not take it too seriously either, because sometimes to give people a good laugh, that's one of my best friend. I've got a couple of best friends really. Yeah, one of my longest term best friend. That is one of his philosophies. And if he has made someone laugh in a day, then he's doing the right thing, and he that's his philosophy, and I actually admire that. He is a good joker as well. Yeah, unlike me, I'm a little bit too serious, but he really is. Oh no, it's a point where why are you going past that? That's what you actually need. Now I think you can actually have slurry delivered as well. Oh no, you don't need that. Not for unload. And again, it's more, it's that silver tube at the side that you can see. So it should be about now. Oh, I was nearly at the, yeah. Right, do we? Yeah, we'll do one more. I think that's about right. If we look, it should be, yeah, 55 out of 100. So let's go for another one. And then we'll do it. No, because I don't want it to be really long, and it is, hopefully. I'm going to check as I go out just to make sure that I haven't still got that in, and then next time we come in, it's not, yeah, now you do need your portholes open, otherwise it really won't open. And I do like that kind of realism, although obviously not all tankers have got that. And can I live without it? Of course I can, especially if it drags pallets around. Then I'd sooner not have opening portholes, because it's causing issues really when it shouldn't, which is a shame, because I've got to be honest, Manfred worked hard on this. But it's, yeah, I like the unload rate on it. I think it's even better than the 82 Studios, and that says something. It's slightly better, which is why I wanted to give this another chance, because I was thinking, I'm sure Mantrid's had got a really good unload rate, and then the rest is history. We tried it and it is true, but it also reminded me why I haven't used Mantrid's in a long while, and that is this problem with, can we sneak through there and then come out the other side? Well, we can really, if I've got my angles right. You know, this seems to struggle a little bit, really, with this, in comparison to the other lorry. I don't know, I might be imagining it. Right, so then, yeah, we'll stick. We could do the slurry to the BGA as well by actually using this production. If we go to the, not the production shed, the farms, no, not that either. No, it's, nah, if we stick that on here, slurry is already on, so that's calling for it. So if we stick some in the large production, which we have already got it, oh, we've got 154 tons in there. So actually, we had already taken... Yeah, that is true. Okay. So then, we're not overloading this time. We will be going forwards. I think I had started to do that because it was just... Yeah, I really could not keep up with the flow of... And that is a shed. Yeah, I couldn't keep up with the flow of... stuff to it. So again, this could be that I have still got it on for now, so I'm going to literally make sure that as I go out I actually come back in and yeah, sort that out. So there is a little bit. Fantastic. Yeah, we knew that it was 55 tons. Right, so let's stick that last little bit in there. So it too can go to the back. Now, why did that not go to the biogas plant overnight then? That is a good question. I have no idea. Because it's never been my way to plug for likes or subscriptions. But after a conversation with my daughter, she said she's always watching YouTube videos, and she said she never thought about liking and subscribing until I told her, well, it's only like thanking people for making the video for us to watch. So she said, well then, you should start asking people like her, as not everyone thinks about it. So I am, right now. If you enjoyed the content, please leave me a like, and if you really want to support the channel, then please can you hit the subscribe, as that really helps to build the channel. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you are going to stick with me on this journey. And as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. Goodbye for now.